Fema, Escoda, Michigan, Region 5. Updates. You're watching ESN, IC News. Recent discussions have emerged regarding the potential use of the decommissioned Wurtsmith Air Force Base in Escoda, Michigan, as a Federal Emergency Management Agency staging area. This development has sparked interest and concern among local residents and stakeholders. Now, the background on Wurtsmith Air Force Base in Escoda. It's located at Escoda, Michigan, town about 920 people. It was decommissioned in the early 90s, and since then the site has been repurposed for various civilian uses, including the establishment of the Escoda Wurtsmith Airport. The airport spans approximately 2,200 acres and serves as a significant asset to the local community. FEMA's evaluation of the site, so September 2024, FEMA officials visit and evaluate the former Wurtsmith Air Force Base to assess its viability as a disaster response staging area or emergency operations center. Such evaluations are routine for FEMA as they identify potential sites for future disaster response operations. Now, as of November 11th, 2024, FEMA has stated there's no immediate plans to utilize the Escoda Wurtsmith Airport as a staging area, and no agreements have yet been finalized. So, the town hall meeting, the Escoda Township town hall meeting, October 28th, that took place, where the gentleman said, if you see semi-trucks, there's going to be about 350 semi-trucks out here with supplies. If you see that, don't be alarmed, is basically what he says. And that's where this information really took off. So now that we have the updated information here at ESN, here you go. That's why you got to check back daily, because we're going to share with you the latest information as we find it. Now, during an Escoda Township Board meeting, October 28, 2024, like I just said, Township Supervisor Bill Palmer mentioned FEMA had chosen the airport as a stationing hub for emergency services and would be bringing in approximately 350 semi-trailers of equipment to the base. This statement led to widespread concerns and speculation within the community, and in response, FEMA clarified that there are no current plans to locate equipment at Wurtsmith and that the agency has no trailers at the location or en route. FEMA emphasized that this evaluation was part of standard protocols and procedures and does not guarantee future use of the site. So this location, as I look at it on the map more, being Region 5, because FEMA has different regions, it seems to be centrally located within a several hundred-mile radius of very large cities, though, and the airport itself, as you read in the article, and I'm going to share an excerpt with you in a minute. The article is from the Detroit News. FEMA has no immediate plans to use Escoda Wurtsmith Airport as emergency staging area, but it does go on to say why FEMA looked at the site as a potential location for an EOC or EOC, Emergency Operations Center. It's because of the size of the airport. Now, this is a decommissioned military base that was then retrofitted and repurposed, essentially, to become an airport for a lot of commercial flights, but you don't have passenger flights go out of here. Or for the most part, you don't. Let's jump over to this article from TrueNorthRadioNetwork.com. Misinformation has been spreading like wildfire on the Federal Emergency Management Agency's interest in Escoda Wurtsmith Airport. False information has been disseminated on social media as well as across the region that FEMA has dumped or is going to dump 350 semi-trailers at the airport for some type of secret endeavor. The rumors have fueled concern within the community and have led to a frenzy of phone calls to the airport and FEMA. Okay, so now we know. Thank you for the update. Now listen to this. This is interesting, though. Brenda McNeil, this is basically one of the reasons why they looked at this site as a potential EOC, Emergency Operations Center. Brenda McNeil, administrator for the airport, and the Escoda Wurtsmith Airport Authority said FEMA has not only reached out to the airport looking for space to store up to 350 semi-trailers, but that FEMA officials conducted a site visit at the airport in September. FEMA is seeking a secured location in Northeast Michigan for emergency response in the event of a disaster. The Escoda-Wurtsmith Airport is one of 5 sites in the state capable of offering a secure area that can accommodate up to 350 semi-trailers along with other necessary support resources for staging across 5 to 6 counties in the region. Airport manager Jack Brown said the initiative serves solely as a community service provided by the airport. Brown shared information on FEMA's interest in storage space during a September visit to the airport, attended by Bill Palmer, the Escoda Township supervisor. Palmer shared the information in the township board meeting. The article goes on to say, but distorted the truth, lighting the flame of misinformation and speculation. Palmer could not be reached for comment. McNeil said at this time, airport officials have not heard back from officials at FEMA and is also unsure if the federal agency might store trailers there sometime in the future. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So it is telling us that they're absolutely looking for a place out there. They're scoping the area. I wonder what they see. Now, look, it's always good to be prepared. That's what I say. Be prepared, not scared. So that's great. And I'm not speculating anything here. I'm not coming to any conclusions. I'm just questioning what they are preparing for or what they're, like what kind of exercise they're getting ready to do. It'd be pretty cool to know. Because I want to be prepared, not scared too, right? We have no trailers at the location or on the way, the agency said in a statement. This is an unfortunate misunderstanding. It certainly is a misunderstanding. So this airport is 2,200 acres, which, I mean, that's a pretty good sized airport, especially considering you don't have passenger flights going in and out of there. So you would be able to put a lot of supplies there, and it would have the infrastructure potentially to host an emergency operations center if something catastrophic was to take place. Heaven forbid. They just needed to know we had the space, the land, we showed them the buildings, McNeil told the Detroit News. So if anything were to happen, they would have somewhere to go. Palmer said Monday he had received information during an Escoda-Wurtsmith Airport Authority Board meeting that FEMA had called the airport to inquire whether there was secure space where the agency could stage emergency response equipment in the event of a disaster. Since the meeting, Palmer said this information has spiraled out of control, and he's received multiple concerned phone calls about the situation, including worries that the semi-trailers would be used to house undocumented immigrants. When I made my report at our township board meeting, I mentioned FEMA was bringing in 350 semis, Palmer told the Detroit News. What I meant to say was they were considering Wurtsmith as a secure location. To my knowledge, no decision has been made by FEMA. Whoa, that's a pretty big misunderstanding there. We're going to keep you posted. I want to read your comments in the comments section and be excellent to each other. Thanks for watching ESN IC News, your source of everything news, views, and reviews you can use if you choose to accept it.